Welcome back to Rat Video, where I am playing Session some more. I am playing modded levels. People have modded in all kinds of different stages, taken some from Skate, made new ones from scratch, and taken some from Tony Hawk. This is School 2 from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, which is my favorite ever level, a skateboarding video game, so I'm really looking forward to being able to play it a little bit more. I don't know why the floor is so incredibly glossy. Looks like it just rained or something, but yeah. So this is the stage. Everything feels so much different in this world because you can't ollie 8 feet high like you can in Tony Hawk 2. So just trying to grind a little ledge is a lot harder because this game is a little more realistic. But it's really cool to be able to see this. Also, my Thrasher hoodie I downloaded as well. There is a program called Session Mod Manager. Find it on GitHub. That's the only thing you need. If you look it up, you might get really confused because there's a patcher, there's a session level switcher or something like that, which is just the old name. Oh, that mural didn't come in quite right. Which is just the old name for the mod manager. So look for that on GitHub. I won't tell you exactly what to do because it may change by the time you see this video, but it's just a program you install. You install a patch. Yeah, you can't even get up to TC's roof. You install a patch, and then you can pick shirts and levels and shoes and boards and all that kind of stuff. So I got a Thrasher hoodie. I got some pants. I didn't actually put those on my character, though. And some levels. So School 2 was always my favorite, and it's probably the best one to use for something like this because it's one of the only ones where you can actually skate it in a realistic way. There are a lot where you are required to skate through grass or something like that, because in Tony Hawk games you can, and it doesn't matter. Also, there's no cart driving around, and I'm always kind of on edge, like knowing where the path of it is. But yeah, so this one is one of the best ones to do actual realistic skating, so it makes sense that this is the one that would be ported over. One thing you do notice is like everything's too big, so these ledges, these are really small in Tony Hawk games, but they're halfway up my thigh, and I can do some grinds on this side. The ones on the other side seem like they're a little bit taller, and I couldn't do anything on them. I also want to try to grind the Gans rail. I think it's impossible because the way that the rails are made is like they're a triangle. They're not actually a circle because, you know, low poly PlayStation 1. Yeah, like I can't grind these. Low poly PlayStation 1 and like the physics of it doesn't seem like it works. I'll show you what I mean. I'll get back over there in a minute, but yeah, so all this stuff is really, really high. There's places you can't get, like obviously I'm not going to be able to get over there, you know, do the roof gap. There's a building over there. I don't know how good it does you because, well, you can skate in the grass anyway, because there's no way to get there. Also, trying to skate transition is not always the best. Like, I don't think this is really built into the game yet. So like when you ollie like that, you push off of the wall and kind of fly down a flat. Which is like if you were doing a street version of a 360 flip on a quarter pipe, that's what would happen. But you don't pop as much. So yeah, this gap isn't really going to be possible. Don't even make it to the wall, let alone on top of the wall. But yeah, it's cool. So let me try out that Gans rail over there, and I'll show you what I mean. Oh man, I'm still getting used to the controls. I was trying to do a switch crook on there. You know, doing here. No, everything is just really, really high. So the stuff from Skate that's ported over works a little better because those games are very similar in your skater's abilities, I guess you could say. Oh man, that was supposed to be a frontside flip, but I just kind of smashed into it because it's so steep. All right, so that is the Gans rail over there. It has a non-transparent texture, so you can like are supposed to be able to see through it, but you can't. I wonder how much of this was. I don't know much about how this was made, whether it was actually ported or if it was rebuilt. I feel like it's probably ported somehow. because all the textures just seem like they're from the PS1 or something. Oh, come on. All right, so I'm gotta not hit that pole, but I gotta clear out. Oh. So the best I could do on this before, I played this a little bit. I did a board slide and I landed it, but my character was like sideways. Not that kind of sideways, but like she was going for a push-up type of sideways. And it still worked somehow. Hey, I landed something. Yeah, but trying to do grinds and like actually land on your truck or something, it just doesn't seem to work. Yeah, that was supposed to be a crook. I will admit that I'm not great at this game, so it's possible that half of these are just my bad, but yeah, like the board just kind of phases through it, and I think it's because it's a sharp point and not an actual round thing. But yeah, pretty cool. So one of the things I used to do, I talked about it in my Tony Hawk 2 review, was that a friend of mine and I would play. Oh man, and not being able to do wall rides in this level is criminal. Oh, there's a thug sticker, because there's a lot of really cool spots for it, like getting up on top of this building or the bank over there. There's a wall. That was one of the best parts of the level. But as I was saying, a friend of mine and I, we would turn on the sim mode cheat, and we would play this level and try to put together a 2-minute run that was perfect. Perfect meaning any spinning trick had to say perfect on the screen. And then everything had to be possible in real life. You couldn't do anything ridiculous. And so we would use this level because, again, you don't have to skate through grass and stuff. So we would start on this manual pad, and then you have to do 2 tricks down the stairs. You can't actually do the leap of faith because that was never done, and so therefore it's impossible. But you do a little manual here. Maybe ollie there. Oh, I messed that up. But then you grind and you do, some stuff on the ledges, and you go all the way around. So this is like the 21st. Well, okay, it's still the 21st century. It was like the modern version of doing that is to take this level and actually skate it realistically. It's pretty cool, but it does not play as well as it does in Tony Hawk 2 because there's so much stuff you just can't do. I know on these around the corner there's the little ramps, and you can use them to launch up onto the awnings. Of course, here you'll get like 2 feet of air and that's it. But like you could, right here, you could ollie off of that and land up on the awning. Not quite getting there this time. But yeah, really, really cool. Lots of fun. You can actually, with the mod manager, change how strong the gravity is. And in theory, you could give yourself some more Tony Hawk style physics, but I haven't really messed with that yet. All right, so let me switch to another level. The method for doing it, I don't know if the recording will survive when I try to do it, but basically you have to Alt-Tab, or no, what you have to do is you go back to your apartment, and then you Alt-Tab out of session, load a new level in the mod manager, and then you hit Go Skate again. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so I switched it to Black Box Park. It didn't look like anything showed up in the recording, but yeah, this I believe is taken from Skate 3. I remember playing this as a level before. Oh, I also don't think you can grind on coping. Okay. But yeah, it's cool. So this is a little more skatable because it's based on a real place with real physics and stuff that humans can do. So it is pretty cool to be able to skate this. Again, transition does not work great. I don't know of a way to carve into a grind type of thing. But yeah, I was trying to 5-0 on this, and if you just kind of do a manual, well, I don't know what happened there. If you try to do a manual at the top of the coping, you'd think maybe that would turn into a 5-0, but it just doesn't. Again, the base game doesn't have any transition in it. The Brooklyn Banks level doesn't have any, so it's not really ready for that yet, I don't think. But just using the base physics, you can still get by with doing a trick to fakie or something like that. But Yeah, this park, pretty cool. I would usually do more street type stuff in this game than transition, but yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna skate around a little bit. Maybe I'll come up with some kind of line. Wow, that looks really steep. Is it really that steep? Look at that. Okay, so what if I do a nollie heel flip crook and then a nollie 360 flip fakie? All right, here we go. Nollie, oh, bad start. Nollie heel flip crook. Okay. I don't think I deserved to bail that, but I did. Okay. Then nollie 360 flip fakie. Oh, too bad. Here we go. Nollie heel flip crook. What I meant to say was nollie heel. Oh, hold up. Nollie heel flip. Okay, that was kind of a crooked nose. Oh man, I was gonna keep that even though it looked like it was more of a no slide. Come on, here we go. Sure, I will count that. I got a lot of levels to get through. Well, okay, so maybe I won't do anything to fakie on the bank because that seems really hard. What if I do it like out of the bank? Gotta go at an angle so I don't hit the wall. There we go. Now only 360 flip. Maybe I'll do a tail slide. No, I won't. All right. Well, oh, you know what I'll do? I will do a flat gap over this, like roof gap style, and then a grind on that ledge. That's what I'll do. That'll be cool. I'm gonna do a 360 inward heel, and then a tail slide didn't seem like it worked. And like a nose grind nollie flip. How about that? Okay, all right. I might have to push and not just throw the board down. Okay. I might not have enough space for that. Try it again. Ugh, okay, I might not be able to do this one through no fault of my own. But that's kind of the thing, like oh, I did it that way. Oh yeah, different tricks have different pop amounts. I forgot that. So like I'm trying a 360 flip, so I get less air time than other types of tricks. If I were to do a kick flip, okay, so I can do it if I have enough speed. But I was saying, like, given that this wasn't designed for this game, you never know if something's actually going to be possible, and in that way it's kind of cool. It's more like actual street skating where like stuff wasn't designed for you to do, you're just going to do it. You'll figure it out, you know. All right, well, I am not going to get that line because that's really tight, but I will show you another level now. This one is called Community Park V3 B2. By the way, you can download all of the levels from the Session Mod Manager program. There's a tab you switch over to and you can just download stuff from there. You can also download zips and then put them in the right folder, which is what I did at first because I didn't realize that you could just do it within the program, which was really easy. This level, I played it briefly before, and there's actually a lot to it. It's a lot bigger than the rest of them that I was able to find. It's also like really bright. I don't know how that would be a level specific thing, like if you can control how bleached the sun is or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, let me skate around, do some stuff. I wanted to do like a manual trick on top of this, but then when that happened, I went right through. So yeah, that one was interesting. But if you take turns in this level, there's always more stuff. There's all kinds of crazy things around. Lots of this stuff that was built in. I know there are some mods or some levels like School 2 where they have new textures. Some of them are just using ones that are built in. I don't know if super glossy floor is like a built-in texture and that's why everyone is using it, but I don't know, it makes me just want to land stuff in power slides. Alright, let me come up with some kind of line to do. So I'm still skating around trying to find a spot to do a cool line. And I want to end it the ledge, like that one, perhaps. There's a thing in the middle. And then what is this? Ooh, a gap. Oh, that can't be possible in this game. Let's find out. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna land right at the base of that and come nowhere near clearing it. Oh, I might be able to land on top of it. Okay, all right. Oh, come on, I thought I placed a marker. That was like an hour's skate away. That may be an exaggeration, but that was pretty far away. Oh, what is with that texture? That's weird. It was like the bumps on it were moving after I fell. Well, maybe I'll try something here. And I'll work my way back over there, if I can remember what direction I went. This is kind of weird. Alright. So this level, like, it's big and there's a lot of stuff in it, but there's not a lot of flow of, like, I'm going to skate, and these stairs are too big to walk up. There's not a lot of flow yet, and this, you know, this is all early, and a lot of stuff, this stuff is just kind of, like, testing and figuring out how it all works. But yeah, there's not a ton of flow of, like, I can skate this area, and then that leads me to this next area, then leads me to this next area. But, okay, so I will place a marker. See, I think you have to hold down a little bit longer than I usually do, which is why I keep getting screwed over on the marker thing. All right, let me try to no slide, nollie flip. That was kind of a nose blunt, I guess. Tray over. Now, yeah, like ow, my leg went through that. I don't think that the vert is quite sophisticated enough for me to be able to get up onto there. Tray flip, nollie flip. Okay, keep it going. Ooh, barely made that turn. How about a tail slide? Oh, okay. So I think that other. Oh, come on. I still have a really hard time with the controls of this game, but I'm getting a little bit better. I haven't been able to play it much. I don't think I've played it since the last time I recorded, to be honest with you. Maybe once for like 20 minutes or something like that, but I've been a busy beaver over here, work-wise, and I need to because I redid my whole kitchen, and then I broke a lot of stuff. And then had to get all that stuff fixed. Okay. I don't know where that bus stop went. All right, how about a line up here? This looks like a good spot for a little two-piece line. Can do a grind and land into that bank. Yeah, these textures are not great. How about a front blunt kick flip and then tray flip crook? How about that? Oh boy. Okay. Man, I do not have enough space here. Come on. All right. Front blunt might be a little bit much given the amount of run I have here. Okay, I'm gonna forget the kickflip because I don't have enough space. Okay. 360 flip, nothing. Ugh. Okay. Blunt. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna keep that going because that didn't feel like it was my fault. All right, but now I gotta do this switch. Oh. Okay. Man, why do I'm getting slaughtered on this. I don't feel like I'm coming at that sharp of an angle. Front blunt, kind of. My character thought it was a front blunt anyway. You know what? I am going to show you the next level. How's that sound? Okay, this one is called the Truro Plaza. I have not played this one yet, but it looks pretty good. In the mod manager, most of them have screenshots. They don't all, I guess, but for the most part they do. This one has like a sky and background and stuff. There are a lot that are just kind of floating in space, and if you fall forever. It doesn't like reset you when you get far enough down. Man, but this one has that super bright light again where it's hard to tell whether that's a bank or stairs until you're right up on it. But this level looks like it's kind of I think this one was actually based on a real place, I want to say. Not entirely sure, but maybe. So this, if it is a real place, should definitely be some lineable spots. That long ledge looks like it might be kind of fun. Let's see. Can I do... Okay. All right. Let me... Yes, I want to do a Susky. Well, frontside Susky, which is debatable whether that's a thing. Well, tail slide is a thing. Not the thing I asked for. Oh, man. It's so touchy. Okay. You know, one of the things in Skate is like, if you run and jump on your board, you're at full speed. Or if you push 4 times maybe, you're at full speed. This game, like, if you run and jump on your board, maybe you'll go fast, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll jump like 40 feet in the air, maybe you won't. It's really hard to figure out where, come on. It's hard to figure out where you are supposed to be, both your character, you know, to be lined up for something, because you don't know how your approach is going to go. Also, having to turn with the triggers is really sensitive. Like if you tap it just a little bit, suddenly you're not even lined up anymore. Oh, come on. I got greedy. I was going to try to do a tray flip out, but I don't know why it didn't work. I just want to do front side Susky. Okay, good enough. I told myself I'll count it as a 5-0 if I get the 360 flip. You didn't hear it because it was in my brain, but I did think it, so there we go. I'd rather look at more of the level than spend forever doing one thing. This area does actually look pretty cool. Sorry for hearing lots of background noise, by the way. The house next door is redoing their roof or something, I'm not sure. And also the building across the street has guys walking around on their roof too. Coincidentally, I don't know what's going on, but they've been very loud and noisy all day today, but I figured I'd try to squeeze this in anyway. I should also tell you I'm working on a new type of series, something totally different from anything I've done on the channel before. I have lots of normal stuff in progress, but this is more actually like me skating focused, which is cool because I built my freestyle skate park that I don't know what else to call it other than that. That little patch of wood that I built for me to skate on, and I want to make some use out of it, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, this level, pretty cool. I think you've gotten the point. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is another new one for me. This is called TS Bool Spot. B-O-O-L. There is a bong and a guitar, and it looks like Skate 2 on the table. Maybe? There's no way to get close enough to tell. Maybe it's Skate 3. I'm sure it's a skate game though, because what are the chances that it's not? Okay, so it looks like the way you get out is over here. This is oh yeah, I guess I can jump off the board. I keep thinking of Skater XL where you can't. That looks like Skate 3 to me. Alright, so let's get in here. Okay, this is what I saw in the screenshot. They didn't show me that area, but cool. Little underground type of basement-y warehouse. Warehouse was what I was looking for. This kind of reminds me of the Chicago skate park in Tony Hawk 1. I don't know why, it just kind of does. Yeah, the textures, really glossy walls. I don't know, whatever. Pretty cool. Not seeing. Oh yeah, let me try to skate this thing because that's got like roundedness to it. It's not just a flat ledge, a little curve on there. Let me see how the game handles that. I'm gonna do a. I'm just gonna do a no slide on it. Theoretically, it's me. I'll probably screw it up. Okay, all right. That was kind of cool. That was like a board slide, and I locked onto it. So, like, again, this isn't made by... Ugh. Alright, whatever. this isn't made for the game. This is modded in later, so like it just has to figure out how to handle this type of stuff, even if it wasn't built in yet, just like with transition and everything. Okay. Don't know who that is. Bool. Okay. That's some pretty sweet graffiti you got there. I like it. Yeah, I don't know if this is like release groups or modder groups or whoever, but I don't know. This one looked kind of cool. It's at least got custom textures and looks interesting. But let me try one more. I got one more. Okay, this is a Street League level, which I don't watch Street League because I don't have an easy way to access it. But I do have levels like this on TrueSkate, which is, so this makes me think of it as being a TrueSkate level. And I wonder if you could import TrueSkate levels like the other ones somehow. Which that would be kind of cool. Those are made for realistic physics for the most part, so that could be interesting. I don't know what it would take to port a level from Android, because it's like, you know, this is whether it's on Unreal or Unity or whatever, like there's ways you can port stuff back and forth. I don't know anything about how TrueSkate was made, but that would be kind of interesting. Or maybe this is where they got the model for it instead of making it from scratch. Maybe they ripped it off of that. I have no idea. All I know is that it makes me very uncomfortable to be on this floating island out in the ether. But it is kind of fun. The layout, of course, works with actual physics, which is always nice. Transition's still not that easy to work with, but yeah, cool. Tray flip, no slide, kind of, I guess. Yeah, so that is that. I think that's all the levels I've got. I had one that was like from Skate. It's like the underground skate park or something like that, and it's not great, so I'm gonna give that one a skip, but you can check that out if you want. There's not a ton of levels yet, but this is kind of a new thing that people are kind of messing around with, and you got to worry about it being patched out somehow. So I don't know if people are putting in tons and tons of effort. Oh god. I don't know if people are putting in tons of effort yet. Maybe when the game is released, then you will see some more advanced stuff. I would love to see like all of Skate 1, 2, and 3 ported into one level, like one giant mega city. But you know, time will tell if something like that ever happens. Oh, I'm loading my marker and it's not working. So I'm gonna call it there. I just wanted to show you some of this stuff, make sure you're not seeing it, but there's an error on screen now that says fatal error ! So I guess that is my sign to actually stop for today. I just wanted to show you this stuff, make sure you know that it's out there. Look up Session Mod Manager on GitHub and you will be able to play all this stuff for free as well, as long as you have the game. And that's it. I will be back with more games and more all kinds of stuff in the near future, and thank you for watching.